few years. I'm Elisabeth Meinecke with Starket. We just finished watching probably one of the weirder games, maybe possibly the weirdest, some of the guys are saying in the locker room afterwards, games you'll probably see in the NHL. Ted, why don't you go ahead and explain for us a few of the fluky things that happened in this shootout loss that the Capitals had to the Jets?
Well, the Caps had a 2-0 lead late, and then killing off a penalty, Brooks stick broke kind of shot, and he was saying he didn't even notice that the stick was broken, creating a 6-on-3. And Carl Alster said afterwards he hadn't played a 6-on-3 in a long time, and he was on the bench and Jets scored one, and they got another goal 12 seconds later off a Bufflin shot off Alster's stick, and Alster afterwards was very open with the media and talked, which was to his credit after that kind of goal. And the Caps just couldn't get it done. I think they were a little bit they were stunned. They called it strange. They called it, one of the weirder endings and, one of the more disappointing ones.
Yeah, that's right. And, another thing that was kind of weird and different was the doors of the locker room opened. You have Matt Hendricks' locker is very close to Elisabeth's, and everyone went straight for Matt Hendricks. Kind of left Ovi sitting there by himself. And eventually, obviously, he had a crowd around him. But I think one of the things that was indicative of that was Hendricks' line actually had more ice time going into the third period. It was Hendricks, Joel Ward, and Jeff Halpern, and part of that too, Hendricks was explaining as well, with Brooks out, and it's giving, again, a lot of guys opportunities to step up because Brooks gave up a lot of minutes on the ice, so big spread around a little bit more. But that's probably one of the more interesting things that you'll see this year. Won't happen often as well. Elisabeth was really on his game tonight, though. He scored the shootout, scored one of the Capitals' goals, and then had an assist on another.
So. He definitely is. He scores 23rd goal of the year. A nice play to put Caps up 1-0 the third, and then a great pass to Samuel, which looked like the insurance goal. Everything came unraveled late with those penalties, and Carl Alster said they took their foot off the gas too early, and they caused some penalties, and that was their undoing.
Yeah, the penalties were really a back end, and they didn't come so late in the third. Really did seem to kind of affect the momentum of the game. One other thing that's interesting to note, as Alex Ovechkin has been productive, his line has obviously looked a little bit different with Nicholas Backstrom still being out with injury. Marcus Johansson has gotten the majority of the time centering Alex Ovechkin, but one thing that seems to be a little difficult is Johansson definitely seems to be deferring to the gray 8 when it comes to maybe looking up a chance to shoot at the net instead of pass to Ovi. Marcus didn't have any assists tonight, so it's something we kind of want to keep an eye on and see if MJ can kind of look at taking a few more shots to the net on his own when Ovi doesn't have the shot instead of just automatically thinking of passing to Ovechkin. We'll see how that works out in the future. Obviously, we're also missing Nicholas Backstrom, so.
Well, I think one thing the Caps will have to address is the center issue. Trade deadline is the 27th, and one of the aspects they really need to fill is because right now they have Matty Perreault and Keith DeCoy, who are kind of the AHL caliber guys playing up, and
a lot of hearts getting them a really long way, but it is very difficult at this level when you're trying to compete with other teams that you want to make sure you're strong down the middle in that regard. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it.
Now they have a tough road trip. They play the Rangers on Sunday on a nationally televised game. Come back here for the Sharks. So that's 2 tough back-to-back games, and that's tough after dropping a point, which will probably drop them into 9th place back out of the playoff battle.
But as Dale Hunter says, it was a hockey play that sort of did them in tonight with that really weird goal that Buffalo had. So we'll see if the hockey plays go in their favor when they play the Rangers on Sunday.